What's up, Mousetrap? Is Teslamouse here, and I'm going to tell it like it is. This Wi-Fi battle we had against Casey, one of my viewers, about a few weeks ago, is pretty off the charts, because one of us starts out with I believe, a 0-3 disadvantage, and somehow pull off the win. Now, who could it be? You're going to have to find out by watching this Wi-Fi battle. Anyways, let's go over the teams real quick. As you can see, my boy KC, aka Zach here, has Pheramosa, Knick-Knack, Marowak, Victory Bell, Charizard Y, Magnezone, and Tapu Fini Ball. We got ourselves Tapu Koko, a Pheramosa of our own, Volcarona, Tapu Fini of our own, Lando T, and Jirachi. Now, he has basically a Sun team, but instead of using Venusaur, he's got the Victory Bell, because let's be honest, Victory Bell is freaking sweet, man. You can learn Poison Jab, a physical poison type move, so, you know, Venusaur, if you want to run Dual Stab, has the only option of running Mix, whereas if you want to run Dual Stab, you can run either Special, Physical, or Mixed Victory Bell. So, while Victory Bell may be in a lower tier than Venusaur, although I think they're in roughly the same tier, our Victory Bell does have a better way to handle Dual Stab movesets. But regardless, though, his Sun Setter is obviously Charizard Y. There's going to be no Heat Rock on it because, well, you have to hold the Mega Stone for that. And yeah, this is obviously before the Pheramosa ban, like I've mentioned, we are both running Pheramosas. So this will be pretty interesting. This is a battle that's actually took place before the Pheramosa ban, so who knows how long ago that was. I don't even remember when Pheramosa got the boot from OU. But regardless, guys, enjoy the battle as we take on Casey, aka Zach, which happened on my live stream a fair amount of time ago, like maybe a month ago. So yeah. My opponent is going to lead off his Pheramosa. I'm going to lead off my Tapu Koko, and obviously, I don't want to stand because this thing could have a Poison Jab. It usually does carry it. So what my plan here is I'm going to withdraw my Tapu Koko after getting the Electric Surge up, and I am going to go right into my Volcarona to A, try to get off a burn, and B, scout what kind of item this Pheramosa might have. So he goes for Poison Jab. Pheramosa does about 45 to 48% to my Volcarona, no burn. So I'm going to hard switch on a Lando T, hope that they do not predict that and go for Ice Beam, get the Intimidate off at -1. They're going to hit my Lando T for Poison Jab, they're going to take some Rocky Helmet Recoil, and again, I don't see any Life for Recoil, so I'm figuring this might be a choice Pheramosa. So I'm going to hard switch Grand Soul Lando T out. I'm going to go into Jirachi, and my point is going to go for the Ice Beam, and now that's telling me it is not a Scarf Pheramosa, it could be, or a choice one for that matter. It could be Expert Belt, it could be Focus Sash, it could be anything, just not a choice one. So I go for Protect to see what they're going to do. And they're going to attempt to go for a U-turn. I'm like, you know what? I don't want Jirachi to take too much damage at this point, so I'm going to hard switch Yellow Gadget out. I'm going to go into Doritos the Volcarona, and my point is going to go for the U-turn. Now, this time, the Flame Body activates, and their Pheramosa is burned, which is really what I wanted to have happen. I wanted a way to control the amount of damage that Pheramosa could do, because Pheramosa is a really strong mon. So out comes Charizard. He's going to go right for the Mega Evolution. I'm going to go for the Z move because I have really nothing to switch into Charizard. I don't want my Tapu Fini to die to a Solar Beam afterwards. So, I'm going to go for my Z move. And the Z Inferno Overdrive is going to do a lot of damage to Charizard Y in the sun. Mainly because it's Stab, high base power, Sun boosted. Even though Charizard Y does have respectable special defense. But it's going to do about 70 to 75% to the Charizard Y. And I basically stack out the Volcarona here, but it's all good, because if I can get Rocks up against this Charizard Y, it will not be able to switch out unless they get rid of Rocks, because then it'll faint. So they're going to withdraw the Charizard Y, they're going to go into Magnezone, as I do go for a Poison Jab here. I could have went for High Jumping, but I did not want to risk the miss. However, I'm going to hard switch my Blade Fly, the Pheramosa, I'm going to go right to Lando T, as my opponent is going to go for the Sun Boosted Hidden Power Fire. I'm assuming that's what he had on the Magnezone. So he's going to withdraw his Magnezone. He is going to go into Tapu Fini as I do set Rocks. And now, he has to choose whether or not he wants to try to get rid of my Lando T or if he wants to keep defoging away the Rocks. And I do set Rocks, and figuring this is a turn where he's going to go for the defog, so I'm just going to hit it with an Earthquake. It does a significant amount of damage, about 35%. They get the defog off. Unfortunately for me here, the sun is going to disappear, but it's all good because I'm going to just set Rocks again and hope that they go for a defog. Well, actually, I'm going to switch Grand Soul. I don't know why I didn't send Rocks. Going for Jirachi here. My opponent's going to switch their Tapu Fini out and go to Charizard Y. Now, for this reason here, basically, I'm going to sack off the Jirachi because I don't really want to switch my Tapu Fini in. I might need it later on to taunt their Tapu Fini to prevent defog. So going on Blade Fly the Pheramosa here, my opponent is going to whip dry his Charizard Y and is going to go into Victory Bell as I do go for a U-turn. And U-turn is going to do about 70% to the Victory Bell. So after Pheramosa gets withdrawn, I'm going to go into Lando T here, get the Intimidate off. Now, I'm down 2 Mons, they have no Mons down. And I figured that he might go for Leaf Blade, but this is actually a Z move Victory Bell, which is actually freaking amazing, man. So they go for the Z Bloom Dome, and I'm like, oh shit, he probably has like Energy Bell or Solar Beam on this Victory Bell. Rip Lando T. But, as it turns out, it's actually physically offensive Victory Bell. It has Leaf Blade. So I do set up Rocks. I just set up Rocks as a last minute hurrah. He goes for a Leaf Blade. It is going to take out my Lando T and give Victory Bell some recoil from from the Rocky element. Pardon me. So go back into Blade Fly the Pheramosa. Now I'm down 3 Mons. He's down 0 Mons. But with Rocks out, he might as well be down the Charizard Y. So his Marowak's going to take some Rock damage. I predicted that switch. I went for a U-turn. There was really no reason not to go for the U-turn. And I'm going to switch into my Aqua Spirit, the Tapu Fini. Now, he could switch to his Charizard Y, but the Drought will not activate because his Charizard Y will feint through the rocks before it has a chance to. So he's going to leave his Marowak in. Tapu Fini's going to take it out, and now it's 1 down on his side, 3 down on my side. Out comes Magnet Zone. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to keep Tapu Fini in, and the reason why is because I don't really have a switch into this Magnet Zone because Lando T is down. So he goes for a Volt Switch, he switches into Tapu Fini, takes Rocks damage, goes to a Surf, doesn't do too much to the Tapu Fini. Now, I am hoping at the very least I speed tie this Tapu Fini so I can possibly get a taunt off before they defog. I do know I'm not faster because their leftovers activate first, so I do go for a taunt, and it turns out we do speed tie, and my Tapu Fini does win the speed tie, so no defog for them. Basically, unfortunately for them, they can't get rid of the Rocks now, which means Charizard Y, next time it switches in, is going to faint. However, they do withdraw their Tapu Fini. They are going to go in a Magnet Zone here, and you know, now they do have a chance to get rid of the Rocks, because if they can get rid of my Tapu Fini, then I can't really taunt them away now, can I? So, Aqua Spirit gets healed with leftovers, and my opponent's going to go for the T-Ball, and that will definitely take out our Tapu Fini here. So, I believe that's 4 down on my side, 1 down on their side. I'm going to go to Tapu Koko here, and I'm actually going to go for the Hidden Power Ground. I believe this is actually going to be the match because their Pheramosa is burned. Their Tapu Fini will not live with Thunderbolt. Their Victory Bell is pretty much dead at this point, especially after the Rock damage and the Hidden Power Ground. So basically what I did there is I pressured their team into taking enough damage to where Tapu Koko could clean up. So out comes Pheramosa. Pheramosa is going to take the Rocks damage. Even with a Poison Jab, Pheramosa is not going to knock out Tapu Koko because of the burn. So Thunderbolt is going to hit the Pheramosa and knock it out. Next out will come their Magnet Zone. And I'm praying that this is not Assault Vest, so I'm going to go for Hidden Power Ground. And a Life Orb Hidden Power Ground will indeed knock out the Magnet Zone. So down goes the Magnet Zone. Next out will come the Tapu Fini. They pretty much have said it was GG at this point. Their Charizard Y won't live because of Rocks. They can't get a defog off because Tapu Koko is faster. Thunderbolt is going to KO the Tapu Fini. And last but not least will be Charizard Y. And Rocks will, unfortunately for him, take his mana, and that is GG. So if nothing else, this battle pretty much goes to show that even though you may be down 3 Pokemon compared to your opponent's 6 Pokemon, you can still pull off the win, because I was able to make the necessary sacrifices to keep my Rocks on the field, to basically wear down the opponent's team enough to where, you know, Tapu Koko would clean up from there. The big winning move was basically their Pheramosa getting burned, because had their Pheramosa not get burned, it would definitely take out my Tapu Koko with Poison Jab, and I don't think I could have recovered from that, especially when Jirachi was at less than full health, and a second U-turn or high jump kick would have killed it. But either way, Casey is a great battler. He has definitely improved since he came onto my stream, and we've had some pretty good battles. He's actually beat me about a few weeks after this battle took place, so he's no slouch. But either way, Bloom Doom Victory Bell really did surprise me, and I'm also glad that it was not a especially offensive Victory Bell. Otherwise, Lando T would have been dead, and Victory Bell would have definitely prevented the Rocks from coming on inside the field, and Charizard Y could just set up the draw again, and could have just swept me with Chlorophyll and Victory Bell. As you all know, Chlorophyll and Victory Bell can be a deadly combination, as it's seen from my MCL matches, especially the one a few weeks ago where Victory Bell took care of my opponent's crack. Was it crack? No, my opponent's Garchomp and Rotom Heat. But either way, once again, this was a fantastic battle, so good game to Casey. Thanks so much for the battle, my friend. And if you enjoyed this Wi-Fi battle, please feel free to like, comment, and thunderbolt the subscribe button. I will catch you on the flip side. And remember, guys, keep riding the Thunder Waves to victory. Okay, thanks, bye.